Hi friends, today I will tell you two functions in Excel. One is Sumif, another one is Sumifs. As the name itself suggests, Sumif is used to sum numbers based on one criteria, and Sumifs is used to sum numbers based on more than one criteria. This is the main difference between Sumif and Sumifs. So let's start learning one by one. Before that, I will tell you about the data. I'm having one data that's date wise item code. This data is of a shop which have sold few items on this date, and this is the item code that has been sold, and this is the employee that has sold this item, and this is the region in which sales has took place. This is the quantity that has been sold, and this is the total sale value, and this data is randomly given. So let's see how we can use Sumif to answer or find certain things. For example, total sale value in each region, total sale value of item number 7, or total sale value of Harry, employee. So when we will start writing this function, there are three terms that you must know before you start writing this function. One that you will see while writing is the range, another one you will see criteria, and the third one you will see is sum range. So I will explain each three terms before writing the function. So basically when you are writing sumif, so range is nothing but basically criteria range. It means the condition where that cell is situated, what is the range of that. What is the range of that criteria? Means you are telling that where SUMIF will look the criteria. So it's basically first thing is range. Range is nothing but criteria range in SUMIF. And the next very thing you will specify the criteria. That means in that range, whichever will meet your specified criteria, the Excel will sum corresponding value of cells and will give you the result. For example, let's say here it is saying total sale value in each region. So I want total sale value of each region. So here is the region, and this is the sale value sum where which we want total. So this region is basically our criteria. This entire column is basically our criteria range, and my criteria is east. For answering this question, if we go specifically to this question, it is asking total sale value in east region, right? So we need sum from column G based on the criteria available in column number E. So this E is basically our criteria range, and this is the sum range from where we want to get the sum, and the criteria we will specify that it should be east out of this criteria range. So when you write this function, basically you must remember the first thing, that is range. It's not range, but it's basically criteria range. If you will remember like this, you can easily use this function. So basically you should remember for using SUMIF, the three parameter is basically criteria range, criteria, and sum range. Sum range is the range from which you want to get the sum, and the criteria range is the range in which your criteria is residing, or where your criteria is located, where this function will look into. So let's start. First thing we want to know, what is the total sale value in each region, right? So we will start writing if sum if, right? Bracket start, and first thing it will ask you range. We know that range is basically criteria range in sum if. So where is my criteria? My criteria is in region, right? So we will simply select the entire column from top to bottom. Yeah, we have selected the entire uh, column of a region where my criteria range is situated. Now the next thing we will put the comma. Next thing it will ask you what is your criteria. So in my case, my criteria is east region. So I will simply put east, east, and then again I will put comma. Now it will ask some range. It's basically asking you from which range you want this formula to give you sum based on your criteria. So I will give you my criteria. My sum range is basically total cell value. So I will just select the entire column of total cell value. All right. So you just carefully look the syntax that I have written in formula bar. So this is basically total cell value in each region. So I will just put enter, and here we go. It's giving me 690250. We will cross check it by putting a filter over here and see whether this result is correct or not. Control Shift L, and where I will filter out a region, and we will simply tick east and see this is the total cell value in each region, and total is 690254. It's the same result that we got from sum if. Hope you must have understood it. Let's go to the next question. Total cell value of item 7, right? So we again need sum from total cell value, and this time item should be 7. So where is my item? This is the item code. This is basically our criteria range. This is basically our criteria range. This is the sum range, and my criteria is 7. Means we are telling Excel that you look into this range for my criteria and give me the sum of the cells corresponding to the criteria which is meeting in column number C. That's our criteria range. So let's go again, write the function. So total cell value of item number 7, right? So we will start writing sum if start the bracket. It will, the first thing it will ask you range. The range is basically nothing but criteria range. Sum if range, first range is nothing but the criteria range. So we will select the column where our item codes are written. Okay, we will put comma. Next thing it will ask criteria. My criteria is basically item code 7. Okay, and now it will ask you what is your sum range, means from where you want to get the sum. So we will again select total cell value. Yes, bracket 1, enter. See, now it's saying me total cell value of item number 7 is 232663. Whether it's true or not, let's check it out. We will filter in item code and we untick everything and select item number 7, and here we go. So this total is basically 232663, right? 2332663, and this is the exactly same result which Sumif has given. Now next thing is total cell value of Harry. We will again simply start writing the function Sumif bracket start. What is my criteria range? This time it's employee name. Okay, so we will select entire employee name column. We'll put comma, then we will have to specify criteria, and this time our criteria is basically which employee? It's Harry. Okay, Harry, Harry. Okay, and now it will ask you sum range. So sum range will be again total cell value. We will simply select the entire column where our total cell value is located. We'll bracket 1 and press enter. This has given me total cell value of Harry. So this is how we use sumif. Next thing, next very related function to sumif is basically sum ifs. So in sumif we only have one criteria. But what will happen if we have more than one criteria? Then in place of using sum if, we will use sum ifs. Here we can use where here we can specify more than one criteria. For example, now in the same data, I want total sale value of item number 7 in east region, right? So how we will get? We can get this result by using sum ifs function. So let's start writing this function. This function is very pretty straightforward. We will start writing equal to sum if this. Okay, first I will tell you the syntax. When you will start writing sum ifs, it will ask you sum range, criteria range 1, criteria 1, then criteria range 2, criteria 2. So basically you will specify criteria range, and then you will have specify criteria, then there will be criteria range 3, criteria 3. So multiple criteria you can specify in this sum ifs, but your sum range will be the one only here also. So let's see how we can use this. So total sale value of item number 7 in east region, this is what we want. So we will get it from sum ifs. So we will start writing the function equal to sum ifs. Okay, bracket start. The first thing it will ask you sum range. So obviously our sum range will be total sale value here. So we will select the entire column. Okay. The second thing it will ask you criteria range 1. So in our case, we could pick any criteria first. So we need cell value of item number 7. Okay, so first we will give this item code criteria range. Okay, so criteria range is item code, and this should be item number 7. We will put comma and will type 7. Okay, so the first criteria range and first criteria is specified. Again we will put comma. Now it will ask you what is your second criteria range. In our case, my second criteria range is east region. So we will first select the entire column of region. This is the criteria range for region. Okay, we have selected the entire range, criteria range for region, and then we will put comma. Now it's asking what is your second criteria. In our case, it's east. We want sale of east region only, right? And we are having only two criteria, so we will simply close the bracket and we'll put enter. So this is the value that Excel has, this sum if have returned. Let's cross check it whether this value is true or not. So total sale value of item number 7 in east region is 82411, right? So first we will filter item code 7. Okay, another we will filter east, or we can simply see in each region it's the sale value is 82411. This is exactly what our function has resulted into 82411. This is 82411. So this is total sale value of item number 7 in east region. So this is how we use sum ifs if we are having more than one criteria, and if we are having only one criteria, so we will simply use sum if. Hope you must have learned these two functions, how to use it, and you can just practice it. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, share my video to all your friends who wish to learn sum if or sum ifs.